welcome back to Loopy Mabel Vintage Style Crochet. My name's Jane and this is Geordie. You can just see in the frame. He's put me right off. This is a follow-on video from the last one I did on the basic chain stitch and the snip knot for absolute beginners. So if you didn't catch that video, please take a look if you are a newbie, because it is very helpful and it's obviously the first crochet stitch that you really need to learn. So this video is following on from that, and I'm going to be showing you how to do the double crochet stitch, which is also single crochet stitch in the US. So if you want to grab a hook and some yarn and maybe grab a coffee and join me back here in a few minutes, and I'll see you then. So in this tutorial I'm going to be using a 5mm crochet hook, and I've opted for the Aran weight purely because it may be easy for you to see as I'm doing the stitches. And if you ever get confused about what size hook you need for your yarn, most yarn sleeves tell you what hook you need on the back. So in this tutorial I'm going to go for 5mm hook and an Aran weight yarn. So if you followed on from the last video, you obviously know how to do the chain stitch. So in this example I have chained 11, and the reason why I've chained 11 is I'm going to work in like a block of 10 stitches, but the reason why I'm using 11 is we're going to ignore the first stitch and we're going to go down into the second stitch, because the first stitch is going to count as your first double crochet. So into the second stitch, and you can see the stitches there is like a V shape. We're going to insert your hook. I like to go through both loops, the top and bottom, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through again, down into the next one, pull through your yarn, pull it up through, yarn over, pull through. Now the first row I always find is the most awkward of rows, so persevere, down into the next one, pick up the yarn, bring it through, got 2 on the hook, yarn over and pull through both loops on the hook. So if you want to work with me and work all the way along your row, you can pause the video and I'll see you back here in a moment. So if you follow me along and you've also done 10 chains, you should still have 10 stitches at the end of your first row. So to double check that you haven't missed many out, if you want to count the V stitches at the top, they're your next stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're now going to chain 1 and turn our work to do the next row. And this chain 1 does not count as a stitch in this tutorial. So we're going to go down into the first stitch, which is there. You can tell the stitches because they look like a V stitch on the top, and they're the stitches we're going to go into. So we're going to go down into the first stitch again, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull it through, down into the second one, go through both, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull through both. And again, we're going to go down into the next one, yarn over, pull it through, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're just going to work all the way along this row. You'll find it's easier as you go along. And to make sure you've got all your stitches, if you want to count your V-stitches again along the top to make sure you've still got 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because sometimes you find that you do miss the stitch at the very end, and if you're wondering why your work starts to go up into a V shape, it's probably because you're missing off that stitch at the end. So to ensure that you keep getting all the stitches, just have a stop at the end of each row and just count to make sure you've got the right number of stitches there. If you find you've gone down to 9, it means you've probably missed one off the end. So we'll work another row and we'll go through this again. So we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. And don't forget, this chain 1 does not count as a stitch. So we're going to go down into that very first stitch right next to the hook. Pick up the yarn, yarn over and pull through 2. And you'll find as you got more work to hold on to, you can go through your stitches a lot quicker. And obviously the more you practice, the better you will become and more confident you'll become, and you'll be whizzing along these rows in no time. So yarn over, pull through 2, all the way to the end. So we can see we've got 2 left here. There's one there. And there's one there. So don't forget this stitch. So when you've come to do the 9th one, you may think that's it, but there it is. So yarn your hook through there, yarn over and pull through 2. So there you go. So that's our double crochet. So I'm going to do a few more rows just to show you what it looks like in a bit more detail, because this sample isn't obviously very big to see. So if you want to do a few more rows too, and I shall see you back here in a moment. So here we are. I've done a few more rows and I hope you've managed to do your rows okay. Don't forget to count your stitches as you're going along, and if you do find that you've dropped a stitch, then it's probably the one on the end that you've missed. So you need to pick that one up. But practice makes perfect. Don't give up. Just keep going until you feel you've got the hang of it. At the end of the day, it's only yarn, so pull it out and start again, and eventually you will get the hang of it. So that's the double crochet stitch, or the single crochet in US terminology. And on my next video I'm hoping to go through with you the treble crochet stitch in UK terms, or the double crochet in US terminology. Well, I do hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you did learn something from it. If you want to give me a message in the comments below and let me know if I got it right for you, if I was going too fast or too slow, if there's anything you'd like me to concentrate on in the next video, I would be happy to read your comments. If you did like this video, I would love it if you could give me a thumbs up. And if you don't already, please subscribe, and if you hit the notification bell, you will be obviously kept up to date with all the videos that I'm bringing out. So until the next time, don't forget to practice. Happy crochet, and I'll see you soon.